Good afternoon, Christopher.
Hello, Catherine. How are you?
I'm fine. What day is it?
Today is Friday, and do you know how I know it's Friday?
Because you have a bourbon in your hand.
Because I have a bourbon in my hand, and today our video is the Friday afternoon bourbon edition. So, how you doing, Kristina? We're going to get to you in a minute here.
So this is our attempt to be humorous.
This is our...
And to be informative. And to share the things we laugh about.
We actually laugh about things about the IRS, the Department of Labor, Pension Benefit Guarantee Corporation, and all that other fun stuff, which comes as a surprise to a lot of people, right?
It's better to laugh than cry.
Yes. Today, April 29th, I keep forgetting, we are going to talk about why it's good for us to be nosy. We'll be right back.
And we're back.
And I think we're back. All right. Before we get into the fun stuff, Kristina was...
What a lovely introduction that is.
That's the story of my life.
Before we get into the fun stuff, well, the whole purpose of the video. Okay. Kristina wasn't with us last week. She was away on a secret special assignment. She still won't tell us where she was at. But I haven't even asked her if she has a Washington update today. Kristina, do you have a Washington update?
I have kind of a Washington update.
Kind of?
It's a Delaware?
Yeah.
Or a
Is
Jersey?
it a Delaware?
It's a Jersey.
It's a Jersey update. Yeah. What do we got?
Well, you know, the DOL came out with their missive about not investing in cyber securities in a qualified plan.
Yes.
Well, Fidelity has decided to fight with them about this. So
I thought they offered a plan where they have Bitcoin and stuff in it.
Crypto.
20% of the cryptocurrency is going into there. And I personally am going to be buying my little, beach chair and my little ice box so I could sit and really watch this
a little box of
play
popcorn
out.
and watch this. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. So it's more like an industry update than a well, I guess it does. It's in response to something that Washington said.
DOL.
Yes, the DOL, and this is going to be very interesting.
It does. I mean, I get investing in cryptocurrency when you're younger and it's your own money and you want to be wealthy or poor, whichever the day is. And but
I think that is how they describe cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Rich, poor.
All right.
Yeah.
So now, serious question for you, Kristina.
Yes.
Can a qualified retirement plan have lottery tickets as their investments?
Only if they haven't
No,
scratched.
serious question. Because that's what crypto is.
Well, yeah.
You're not.
I mean, I can't.
No, you're not buying
imagine.
anything. It's a hope of. You've bought nothing except the hope that it goes up.
And I got to tell you, I was around when they were investing in Arabian carpets and Indian jewelry and
that was
diamonds.
Stuff. Yeah.
It was stuff. Cryptocurrency is air. Kind of,
and
maybe.
it's decentralized, and you're supposed to.
And nobody controls it or watches over it.
So
I was just on the phone with someone who says it's part of blockchain. It's real. You can see it.
No, it's not.
I don't know.
What is blockchain? I've never seen a blockchain.
Well, just because. Oh no, blockchain. Anyway, we're going to devolve into.
We're going to have a 98-minute video about us arguing about air. Okay.
As contrasted with the other work we do.
Yeah.
So why do we do what we do? Why do we ask these questions? Obviously, we get very focused on certain things because we have certain ideas about really what's good to have in a plan. Because plans, you want them to...
Yes and no. The IRS has written down what you have to do. And we have this funny notion of trying to keep our clients, in line with that stuff. Right?
True.
So what I was going to ask you, did you think that when you were growing up, you would become a professional nosy busybody?
Yes.
Oh, you did. Filippo did. Kristina did. I didn't.
I have an inquiring mind.
I was much more thinking race car driver, okay? Or
That's
fighter
such
pilot.
A leading question.
It's on purpose. Okay. So one of the very important rules inside the IRS, DOL, etc., okay, is, and there's entire books written on this subject, is who's the employer? Well, the very first question...
Are there striped shirts for that?
If you don't answer it, if you don't do it right, yes.
There's striped shirts. Where's Waldo?
All right.
Yeah,
so who's the employer? And what's one of the most important questions in finding out who the employer is? Who owns the employer? Right?
Yes.
Okay. And we finally have gotten to the point, well, actually, we've been doing this for a number of years now. Employers used to tell us, when we would ask for the owners, who are the owners? They would always say same as last year. We now do not accept that as an answer, because you know what almost always happens? It's not the same as last year. And what they told us last year wasn't right either. Okay. No, so why?
People are much more complex than it would at first appear.
Yes, that is a true statement. That's part of it.
Yes.
Okay. And so the reason why we have to, why I'm classifying it as being nosy, is because people sometimes don't want to tell us, which is really funny, because they want to use the compensation from the company that they own to fund contributions to a qualified retirement plan, right?
Well, if you have special unnamed offshore accounts, invest them differently.
Well, that's a different story. Exactly. Okay. But no, but it's not even that. We need to know not only who owns the company, but if you own 100% of a company, what other companies do you own? All right, because those are all part of a control group. Have we done a video on control group? I think we have done a video on control group. Okay, but
video on control
thank you. The reason why we're bringing this up again is usually we have our why do we do what we do videos, because we've been having issues with prospects and plan sponsors and all that, finding out they've not told us the whole story.
Well, you ask the question the first time, and they give you the quick answer, and then you ask the question again a year later, and you find out actually there's more to the story.
I own 3 companies.
More, and my wife owns one, and I gave my brother-in-law some money to start a company, and those things actually matter.
No, they don't. Don't care about the brother-in-law. And we only care about the wife. I mean, we're talking about from an IRS and DOL point of view. We only care about the wife in community property states, or where the spouse is an employee of the company as well, right?
Or there are minor children.
Oh, and minor children. I keep forgetting.
What do you do with the major ones?
You ignore them.
They're off on their
own. You promote them to colonel. Okay.
And if the brother-in-law bought into the company, then you care about him as well.
Yes, but not if he...
Oh, so if he gives you money, that's different than you giving him your money.
Exactly. Good point, yes. So why do we do what we do? Why do we be nosy? Well, the underlying reason for everything that we do is to keep the plan sponsor out of trouble with the IRS and the Department of Labor, but more specifically in this case, it's so that we know who is supposed to be in the plan, what contributions can go into the plan, or sometimes what contributions or compensation shouldn't be included in the plan, right? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And if you own another company and you haven't disclosed it, and they should have had you should have had some participants in your plan, you might have to come up with some money.
That's another problem.
Because you were supposed to give them the opportunity to put money aside. So play it clean.
Play it safe. When we ask you what companies do you own, we need to know all of them, not just the first one that comes to mind or the first one alphabetically. Okay? Yeah. Oh, also, the other thing is people think that because one is a sole proprietor and one is an S-Corp and they have different EINs, that we don't need to know about them. No. The IRS has already thought of that. They've been thinking about this for a lot longer than you have. So, anything else, Catherine?
Actually, you're supposed to be filing tax forms anyway, so do note that they do know.
Well,
they do know.
Yeah, they do know.
They do know.
Yeah, they do know.
So keeping somebody off.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Doesn't help.
All right, so why we do what we do. 1, always to keep you out of trouble with the IRS and Department of Labor. 2, we need to know what companies you own so we know who to keep in the plan. 3, we need to know what employees need to be covered in the plan, right? We got our 3 key takeaways, Filippo?
Yes, sir.
Did you learn something new today?
Always do.
That's why we do the videos, just for Filippo, all right? So, I hope everybody has a great weekend. And what are they supposed to do at the end of the video?
send an email asking you a lot of hard questions.
Well, that's one of them at sales@hunterbenefits.com. But Filippo's favorite stuff, like, comment, and if we're doing stuff you don't like, let us know that too. We'd love to hear from you, all right?
Christopher would.
That's right. That's what I'm here for, all right? Take care, everybody. Here's looking at you, babe. Bye.